It's been about 1 week since FighterZ was released from the time of this recording, and in that time it's already sold about 2 million physical units and digital copies together. And that pretty much makes it like the best selling Dragon Ball Z game ever. And I've even bought 2 copies of it. I got one on Steam, and I even got the collector's edition on PS4 to order directly from Bandai, so I can have this lovely, lovely statue forever because I love collector's editions. Now, for a while, we've already known that there's only going to be about 8 DLC characters, as far as we know. Hopefully, if this game does sell really, if it sells even better, and maybe if the DLC's characters sell really well, we might get more DLC characters afterwards. Hell, I mean, fucking Capcom has 3 different season passes for fighters, giving a total of 15 DLC characters. So it'd be definitely be cool to see more DLC characters down the line. But right now, as far as we know, we got about 8. And while the game has already kind of been data mined by a couple people, we still really don't know who the DLC characters are. And a lot of people have already made their own lists about who they think the DLC characters are. And really, I want to talk about who I personally would like to see as DLC for the next 8 slots. So pretty much it's going to be my list of the 8 characters I hope to see as DLC characters, going from the people I'm still very excited to see to the people I'm most excited to see if they actually become DLC characters. So there we go. Starting at number 8, we got Master Roshi, who showed himself to be really great during the Tournament of Power. I remember when the roster of the Tournament of Power was first shown, everyone kind of looked at Master Roshi and goes, why is he here? Why is he here? But I was always very excited to see Master Roshi. I was always excited to see what he could do, especially after the Resurrection of F movie and arc, where you didn't expect to see him in that movie either, actually fighting, and well, he did, and it was actually pretty cool. He actually had some cool scenes, and damn, did he have some really great moments in the Universal Tournament arc. That one episode of him where he took down 3 different fighters was just amazing. It left me in awe on how he took these three people down. The first person he took down by just being perverted. Well, not truly being perverted, but faking them out. That was awesome and hilarious. And then how he uses the Mafuba on his second opponent to take them down. And then third, giving his all, trying to surpass his own limits in order to take down his third opponent. It was just great. And even him trying to take down Vegeta during that episode with Vegeta, Frost, and Vegeta. And him trying his best and even still saving Vegeta, even though he technically was the reason why Vegeta got caught. Still, it showed him to be well above what you think he would be capable of. So I would definitely love to see him as a DLC character in the show, in the game. What the fuck is wrong with me? So number 7, we have Jiren, who I honestly would really love to put higher on the list. However, there isn't really much still known about Jiren to really make me want to put him higher up. You know, he's a very strong fighter, and that is kind of an understatement, really. And when you look at the manga, he actually gets a little bit more to his character, and that makes him pretty cool. His idea of him truly being an actual, like, he is a pride trooper. He is a hero who didn't really want to take part in the Universal Tournament just because if he left his universe, there might be trouble. And if he's not there, then who's going to save him? Even saying that if there's anything that happens in his universe during the middle of the tournament, that he would leave immediately to go save his universe. It's cool. I like that. It's cool. However, that being said, why would you leave in the middle of a Universal Survivor tournament where if you lose, your universe is destroyed anyways, so you saving everybody, but I guess every life counts in that way. But yeah, I think Jiren would be an awesome addition to the roster. You know, what they could add, you know, maybe not really showing his full power in this game, kind of making him a little more simple, or, you know, maybe a lot more fast attacks. I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting to see what they could possibly do with Jiren in this game. So I would like to see him. I really would. So at number 6, we have Bardock himself. Yes, I would love to see Bardock in this game. However, that being said, I would not like to see just regular Bardock, you know, him as, you know, his regular base form with his, you know, rabbit banana, which is really cool and all. But I would like to see them do something else instead of just doing the standard Bardock. You know, give us his Super Saiyan form, like, you know, how Goku and Vegeta really just stay in their Super Saiyan form. There was no base for them unless you download mods. That'd be awesome. Or go further beyond. Maybe make his base, the form we play as, his Super Saiyan 3 form, or just do Timebreaker Bardock. That would be awesome to see as a DLC character. Timebreaker Bardock, Super Saiyan form of Bardock. It would just be cool and fucking amazing to see. And holy crap, that needs to be a DLC character. That needs to be one of them. Needs to. So, man, I'm breaking this a little bit with number 5. I have a 5A and a 5B. 5A comes out a little bit ahead of 5B, but I feel like these both characters are still pretty cool, or still very cool, and it's really kind of hard for me to put one over the other because of who they are. So at 5B, I'm going to put Kale in her controlled berserker form, because I think that was awesome, that the controlled form she has after you think she went berserker for like the third time. And it was awesome, and the power she had, and I think that would be a great addition to the roster. As far as 5A though, 5A would definitely be Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, the Potara fusion, because let's add more fusions into the game. There's so many. Well, I mean, I guess there's not really a lot of fusions in the series, but there's like, throw some fusions in there. It'd be amazing, with Kefla and Goten, so you could hit like half of a fusion team going, because I feel like there's themes you could have when it comes to FighterZ with their 3-man roster. So why not add some more fusions? Now I know with Kefla, Kale, and even Caulifla, there was a lot of fans. I'm not sure what the deviation there, if it's a majority of fans, a minority, about half and half, that actually don't really like these characters. I very much like these characters, and which is why I'm going to go to our 4th number, which is being Caulifla. That's right, Caulifla number 4, and Kefla and Kale being in the 5 spot. Kind of choosing between the two. Now, if they definitely decided to make Caulifla, if they actually added the character into the game as DLC, then I would actually like to see Kale then instead of Kefla, so that way you can have the Caulifla Kale tag team, which would be awesome. But I like these characters. I really like them, and them now appearing in the manga in the recent chapter kind of is a little interesting, especially with Kale's character. They seem to change a little something with her. However, as far as Kefla seems to be, she still seems to be the same, and hopefully they might actually change how the Super Saiyan transformation works with them. Now, I didn't really hate how how at least Caulifla changed into a Super Saiyan. I actually kind of like that, and there's actually kind of some reasonings if you actually look into how Japan is. But they might change that, because you don't never know how things will go. So I would like to see these characters, or at least 2 of them, or if not Caulifla and Kale, then I'd definitely like to see, I just would like to see Kefla. Either the 2 or just the 1. I would like to see them in the game. DLC characters, come on, be awesome. Plus, you'd add more to that female roster, make some more diversity. Come on, it's just really cool. Now for number 3, this is a little weird because we don't really know the official name, or as far as I know at least. So I'm gonna say a few names here: Super Vegeta Blue, or Limit Breaking Vegeta, or Super Blue Vegeta 2. I don't know, whatever. That form that Vegeta took in the recent most episode of Dragon Ball Super. Well, I guess not the recent most, but recently in Dragon Ball Super. Now, I'll admit, I feel like I'm cheating a little bit with this, or maybe this one doesn't deserve the position I gave it. Because we don't really know much about the form yet, however, other than it probably being limit breaking. But I think it would just be cool to add, give Vegeta something else, But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one, unfortunately. So that's number 3, and maybe it should have been somewhere else. Oh well. So at number 2, we actually have Ultra Instinct Goku. I would love to see Ultra Instinct Goku, especially because you could actually change entirely how Ultra Instinct Goku plays. Especially when you look at fighting mechanics. I feel like, if they put him into the game, he can actually get a little bit more like Hit, where he's all about the dodging and then the counterattacks. That's what Ultra Instinct Goku is. He's the best at dodging attacks. So that'd be pretty interesting as far as a mechanic in game goes. So he'd be really cool to see, especially with his walk animation, and just he would look so amazing with how FighterZ looks. FighterZ is an amazing looking game. And while at first I was very weirded out when everyone said it looked like the anime, there was one scene in the story mode where I actually went, wow, this is just like the anime. But otherwise, he would be awesome to add into the game. I feel like he would add a lot of more strategies to a character. It'd be pretty cool. So yeah. Now before we get to number 1, I would actually like to do some honorable mentions of characters, because I did write a list down, and not every character can make that 8 lists, because there's only 8 characters, so I had to leave a lot out. So I want to start off with honorable mentions, with the first one being Broly. The reason I have him as an honorable mention is because more than likely, I am like 95% sure he is definitely guaranteed a slot in one of the 8 DLC characters. You could probably say the same thing with Bardock. There's a lot more going on with Bardock, which is why I'm so excited for him being in the game because there's so many options. However, Broly, you got the hulked out, uncontrollable, rage-induced Broly. I've said many times I don't really like Broly, or at least I don't like him anymore. I liked him at first when the first movie came out. I thought, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly was cool. What he did was awesome, but then you kind of got the fans who really think Broly can do anything, and they just kind of ruined it for me. So I think Broly's going to be in the game. However, he's just going to be in one of my honorable mentions because I've seen enough of Broly, honestly. So, yeah. And he's not as cool as Kill. So, ha! So second up for honorable mentions, I like to say Jin. I don't know the correct pronunciation for the name. Yes, I would like to see Goku's mother, the mother of Goku, in the game. I mean, come on. She was in Dragon Ball Fusion. She was awesome. I would like to see more love for her. However, unfortunately, she was not in the top 8. However, it would still be cool to see her regardless. So, yeah. I'd like to see. So, she's an honorable mention. If she were to appear in the game, that would be amazing. Amazing. Even if it's only like a quick dialogue scene with a special interaction with Bardock. So I would like to see some mention of her because that would just be cool. So third slot, I'm actually going to go through some characters real quickly. The Universe 6 characters, Kaba, Frost, and even Champa. The reasons being, one, Champa, Beerus is in the game, so why not Champa? That'd be pretty interesting, pretty cool, special interactions and whatnot. Frost, he's just an honorable mention, nothing else. Kaba, however, would be pretty cool, especially if they were added Khalifa and Kale. If they were at those 2 characters, I would definitely probably like to see Kaba, because then you could do a triple team of Universe 6 Saiyans, so that'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting, yeah. So yeah, those would be pretty sweet, but again, not in my most wanting to see. Next up, we have the remaining Pride Troopers being Toppo and Dispo. I think Dispo would actually be pretty cool to see in the game because he has a lot of speed, so that would be pretty interesting to see how they would work that in game, of how maybe he goes all over the map and it's kind of just picking your choice. Do you want to block? Do you want to try to counterattack what he does? He'd just be pretty cool to see. And Toppo just barely, I will say this, Toppo just barely missed the top 8 characters. Toppo is so cool, and especially with his new God Destruction form from the last episode, he has jumped up. He barely missed the top 8, and if he was added, I would definitely like to see the God of Destruction Toppo in game. Maybe they could have, if they added Toppo in, they could probably do him like Golden Frieza, where it's more of just a temporary transformation they can make, and with him you could probably change up his movesets just a bit. But yeah, Toppo barely missed the list. He barely missed the cut. Maybe I probably could switch him out with Vegeta, but it would be pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm sorry, Toppo. I'm so sorry. And next up, we have the world champ, Hercule himself, who he would have been pretty interesting to see in game. However, I'm just going to leave it at that. Maybe him doing a tag team with Majin Buu, maybe Kid Buu. Pretty cool to see, but other than that, he's more of just, it would be nice to see. I'll leave it at that. All right, second to the last on the honorable mentions, I'm going to have to go with Fusamasu, who just, I would like to see him just because of the abilities he might have in game. I think it'd be pretty cool to see, especially with how beautiful FighterZ looks. His moveset would be probably pretty interesting, but that's about it. I'm happy with Goku Black. I think Goku Black is amazing. Rose, I love what Sean Schemmel did with Goku Black now. I didn't really much care for that really gruff voice. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember right from when he would first appear on Xenoverse 2. I like what he's doing now, and I do still love Rose's voice. I love how the voice changes like that. I know a lot of people are weirded out by that, but it really makes sense based on how you've seen Sean Schemmel do his voices previously. How Goku goes from this fun-loving guy to more serious with Super Saiyan, then kind of gets more and more with Super Saiyan 2 and 3, and gets really deep with Super Saiyan 3, and even Super Saiyan 4. So honestly, Goku Black voice and Super Saiyan Rose makes complete sense to me, and I love it. I love playing as Rose. He is one of my favorite characters. So yeah, I'm completely fine if Fusamasu doesn't make the cut. So I still got my Goku Black. So now, all right. So I'm sorry the honorable mentions has gone a little longer than they probably should have. But this is the last set. We're gonna go with 3 cut characters right here, who I would love to see in game. However, they were replaced by 3 other characters. Those being Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I would definitely love to see these characters. But they just barely missed the cut as well. Mainly because I've already added Goku and Vegeta and another character to the list, so you don't want. I mean, hell, Goku already has like what 3 different characters in roster. You have Goku, you have Super Blue Goku, and you have Rose Goku. So yeah, and then my idea of like Ultra Instinct Goku. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. You know, they'd be pretty cool to see, but otherwise nothing. So last but not least is definitely Vegito Blue. I mean, come on, it's obvious. Either Vegito Blue or Super Vegeta. However, definitely Vegito Blue because he's the newest thing. It'd be pretty cool. You know, he could probably go from like Vegito to Super Vegito and then be like, I'm Vegito Blue now. Ugh, it'd be so cool. But yeah, all right, that's my list. Sorry, I'm gonna cut a little short. I mean, it's not a little too short, but whatever. Those are my top 8 characters and my honorable mentions for FighterZ of DLC characters who I would love to see, who would be pretty cool to see, but I don't expect to be on the game. But yeah, I'm super excited. I really do love FighterZ. However, there are a few online issues. I keep getting kicked out of ranked matches after like 20 seconds, which sucks. Come on, I'm trying to get good here. But yeah, alright, this is my video. I hope you guys are enjoying FighterZ yourselves. Peace out.